This is good for me. This is good for me. This is good for me.
This is bad for me.
This is good for me. This is good for me. This is good for me.
Oh, this is bad for me.
This is good for me. This is good for me. This is good for me.
This is so bad for me.
Oh. Okay. Okay, the show can start. The show can start. No, that's the wrong one. Hello and welcome everyone to DKG Goddamn Whelp episode 93. That's a dedication to the goddamn bit. Okay? For the audio listeners, I'm sorry you missed out on the beautiful Johnny Cruz, right? That's his name, yes.
Yeah.
In a bathtub with some fucking Fruit Loops. You know,
and
that's
ice cream.
Yeah, and ice cream.
Ice cream.
I mean, I cringed a bit with that. I don't even know. Can't even touch what the fucking video is about. I have no idea. I tried looking it up. He just put it on his Twitter account. I don't know. He's doing weird shit. That being said, he definitely ate some bathwater and Fruit Loops. That's dedication to a bit.
Also, so hold on.
He's a hairy man. You know, there's hairs in that tub water.
Wait, hold on. I want to bring everyone into this conversation. So, joining us on the show this week is our good friend Tenky.
Hello.
Hello. And new friend to the show, Snow Habit.
Hey, what's up?
So, dude.
So.
I let Cass
What
the intro.
take do you think he was on? Because there was two other scoops of ice cream in that bathwater.
I didn't even notice.
Before he adds the third one. Even before he adds the third one, there's two scoops in there. So that's got to be like second, third take.
I tell you, it's the
That he
one.
has
It's the one.
That's bathwater.
It's the one where he landed. I'm gonna pause it so it doesn't start playing again. It's the one where he landed this motherfucking look right there. That look is when he landed that look is when he was like print that copy right there. He's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. The internet's got him.
I ain't eating any more of this bath water, dog.
That's background worthy right there. That's what that is. Oh, beautiful man. Fucking yeah, Lucio.
He's gorgeous. Yeah.
Fucking time.
That is where I want to get my beard to. I can't get my beard to there. I can't get that line on the side of my face because it just no. I don't have that jaw structure. Yeah.
Mine won't stop. Help. We all have problems. I have to constantly cut it. I'm like in the middle of the night. I'm like, if I go out in the morning, I have to shave. And then if I go out that same day, I have to shave again. It's horrible. That's fine.
If I want a beard, I have to put it on manually.
You
You can't grow your own beard. Store-bought's just fine.
learn to draw it in. It's fantastic.
Yeah. There's a ton of tutorials online.
Anyways, yes, this is dkgWELP. We're joined by my two favorite human beings in the entire world for this next hour at least. Tenky and Snow. Tenky, we've known part of the channel around a lot, usually in the Discord and whatnot. Hails from Canada, working on projects that are usually secret, so I can't really say stuff. But I think your current thing is talk aboutable now?
I actually have three things that released so four things that released so far. Two that are not
5 things. Oh, sorry. I thought we were still going.
No, actually, I'm part of a studio that works in game cinematics or kids shows, so it's very varied as far as it goes for scope. And there's actually 2 games that you can now play that has our work in there. There's Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, which we did all the cinematics. And we also did all the cinematics for the new Rainbow Six release. I forgot what the name is, but the one with the infections and the aliens.
Outbreak.
Yes, that's the one. So that's us too. And otherwise, we're making cartoons for kids shows, so you might see that happening soon on TV.
On our TV or your TV?
It's NBC Universal, so it's worldwide.
I'm there. Okay, I'm gonna save it for later. I have more Canada. I have more Canada stuff.
Oh, all right.
We're a subcontractor, so it's all U.S. stuff, anyways.
Fair enough. Awesome. We'll do links and stuff and all that crap at the end of the show and stuff. I just wanted to get that out there, and also because Snow does amazing cosplay. Actually, I've met through just kind of seeing your shit on the internet and being impressed, and I think mutual fandom of Steam Powered Giraffe and stuff like that as well. But
yeah,
if you want to pimp anything that you do or showcase or just I don't know what your shtick is in regards to what you do
Oh, I don't even know. I cosplay. I'm an amateur voice actor. And I can do a lot more voices than I showcase, and I probably should fix that at some point. Because everyone only knows that I do the Ruby Rose voice, and I don't think anyone else has heard any other voices except for maybe Upgrade and Rabbit.
So I think you should have put those on your Vero.
We're going back to that. We're going back to shitting on social media.
I just got to tell you, if you're in the show now, you should have been here for the pre-show. There's a big old joke. It was a good joke. You missed it.
And I guess the main thing is that Rooster Teeth has taken over my life, and that's like 95% of what I cosplay now.
Yeah.
So
making content out of consumed content. Look at that.
Yep.
That's what Vero's all about.
Who doesn't do that?
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, people that don't do that don't do anything. They just sit around and consume. But cool creators fucking make shit, you know. I don't know. Kaz is a big fan of Rooster Teeth stuff.
I mean, I'm representing Rooster Teeth with my RT Pride shirt. So I just got it in the mail like yesterday.
I used to watch a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff. Actually, at this moment, you probably watch more Rooster Teeth stuff than I do, Curly.
Why? Because I watch the Funhouse guys pretty religiously. That's sort of.
I met
right?
all of them.
I really don't know I still don't know the fucking I don't know what the break off is or who's what part or what vampire just got out of your bed or.
I swear you guys are all way ahead of that.
But
with
just
me.
by chance, I've met all of Funhouse when I was in Austin. That was really cool.
Oh well, yeah, and you guys actually, Kaz, you can blame Snow on the reason why I started watching Ruby.
Hey.
Which then snowballed into our Discord watching Ruby, or at least me and Pet watching it. And
oh man.
I stopped after season 3, and when I went and got Pet, and then we together watched all of it again. So now we're ready for the new content, and I'm just terrified to start it. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I feel that. I felt so bad. You were texting me through you watching the end of season 3, and I felt like shit.
I have to apologize. I just drunk streamed emotions at you through because I was like, I don't know where else to say these things.
That's totally fine. I actually encourage, especially if I get somebody into something and it's something that I like, if you want to message me through all of it, I will absolutely love hearing your reactions. It's so much fun. But I knew what was coming, and you were giving me key points. Oh, this just happened in the plot, and I'm sitting there oh god, it's about to get bad. Shit's about to get bad.
Spoilers. But yeah. Totally.
Oh, everyone knows something bad happens. It's just Rooster Teeth's shtick now. Red versus Blue was all happy and fun and stuff, and then season 13 happened, and it's
that's now our anime.
Wait, it went for that long?
It's still going. Season 16, season 15 drops. Nope, it's 16. I was right. It drops in the fall.
So it's the same Red versus Blue that was on
oh yeah,
shit back in the day,
exactly
albino black sheep or wherever they would have put it.
The same group of the Blood Gulch idiots, but they're doing more stuff than being trapped in Blood Gulch.
I was always wondering that because I remember being a kid. I never got into the Halo stuff because I was a poor kid that didn't have an Xbox. So I was into more of Half-Life and crap because it could run on my shitty, and run was a questionable term on my PC.
Right.
But I remember those things existing, and then when someone mentions it nowadays, I'm like, that's got to be a tribute or something. But no, if it's the same shit,
no,
it's crazy.
It's the same shit, same actors. They've kind of switched off directors, but it's still all of Bernie Burns characters and stuff.
That's impressive.
But Church, Caboose, Tex, Sarge, Red versus Blue, the whole thing, they're still around. It's still the same characters.
That's cool.
I find it impressive that they came out from this world in the pre-YouTube universe.
Yeah. That's when
And now
difficult.
the graphics have gotten super good too. It's not just the head bobbing Halo characters anymore. There's like CG and motion capture, and it's really awesome actually.
They recorded that with like in-game shit, right?
7 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Machinima back then.
That's what people did, and then when people got access to like having like free floating cameras and no clips and shit like that, you could do crazy stuff. But I remember the effort I've heard people going through to make content back then. Oh, Flash and shit. But yeah, cool. Sweet. Intros are done. We're gonna move into news stories.
Wait, no.
Never mind. Kaz is a thing.
Because this was my bit. Right. So we were talking about you were talking about like a super rich dude earlier, right?
The doctor.
Like, the doctor.
Oh yeah, the doctor.
But
yeah.
I've been having this conversation on other podcasts about one of your other super favorite rich people, Curly, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay, sorry.
We're trying. He's at this plateau now, right? We're trying to figure out if he's going towards like,
is he an alien?
Like, eight angel of the world, like just this greatest person that ever exists, or Lex Luthor. Like,
ooh,
he could turn at any point. It depends on the story,
right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be like you don't want to be the person dating him and like slight him the wrong way, and then he.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Because there's other things, right? He does like a lot of cool shit, and then he oddly is making flamethrowers.
Yeah, no, that's just his.
Definitely not planning for a zombie apocalypse.
Well, I mean, the flamethrower is a beautiful.
Simpsons.
The flamethrower is that guy. Yeah, what? I can't remember his name.
Mr. Burns.
No, there was
Scorpio.
Yes, there's a guy that was like an evil millionaire. He's running around with flamethrowers, basically.
Oh, geez.
But
Elon Musk was in The Simpsons, huh?
Elon. Oh yeah.
Oh no, he was predicted by The Simpsons. That's different.
No, he's in The Simpsons. I watched the episode. It's not that great.
I'm referencing something 20 years ago, though.
Yeah.
But
oh gosh.
The Simpsons doesn't exist after season 7. That's what a lot of people believe. So.
Oh, real.
But no, my concern was I'm not concerned with Elon Musk making flamethrowers. I think that's fine. If I had a couple extra $1,000, I'd be making flamethrowers for fun. Like, why not? The concern comes with the maniacal laughter and the dancing that he put out in his Twitter video. That he had a gentleman like holding the camera, like, oh yeah, like oh Elon, you wanna, I'll take the picture. You can do the flamethrower thing over behind the picture of Earth, and then Elon Musk gets a taste of the, and then starts like devil dancing and shooting the fire, and then he has this grin on his face as he comes at the cameraman shooting the flame, and you're just like,
oh, God.
There's a point where you're wielding a crazy weapon, and you don't point at people. Like, I don't care. I don't know. That's where I'm like,
I know the range. I designed it.
And he's like, and if I kill you, I'll just buy a new you. It's right.
So that Falcon rocket really just had his car in it and not all the bodies he's getting rid of this week.
It's just that's all the Falcon rockets. Yeah, it's just dumping bodies into space like da da da.
Reddit has its theory that there's an actual body in the bodysuit just there, like his biggest enemy, that he swore he would send to the asteroid belt or whatever.
Think about that, right? That's the greatest way to get rid of somebody is you put them in this big giant show, send it off, and everyone's looking at it like, oh man, this is great, and you're like, kill that motherfucker.
But see, that's the Lex Luthor crap in you right there, right? Like you could, like, that's the crazy maniacal shit. You go from killing someone is like, okay, you're a murderer, you're pretty shitty, but the maniacalness, the crazy, like I just want people to know and watch that they don't know there's a body in there, but they saw it. Like that's the terrifying part.
Because in your head, everybody's celebrating you fucking. I got away with this murder. Like, yes, open the champagne.
Well, we're all pretty fucked.
Wait,
I mean,
you mean launch, right? Yeah, launch, whatever you call. I call them murders. You call them launches. It's great. Yeah.
I mean, really, when it comes down to it, we're going to be using his batteries. We're going to be using his robots, and he's going to have the control of space. So we either better fucking trust him or start fucking getting ready to pray to the bust of Elon Musk for the rest of your life.
Elongated muskrat.
He does kind of look like
now
Elon
your grandma's going to have the picture of Jesus and Elon in her bathroom.
No,
it comes full circle.
Elon has the money to just historically replace Jesus. I mean, it will only take like 3 generations and it's over. Like we replace Jesus with Elon Musk. I do want to be in the future. I want to be like there needs to be like a small apocalypse where kind of things revert for a bit, and then we have like a rebuilding, and then we have the future societies questioning why the fuck there's a car in space, and there's gonna be like historical like documents and found footage of I think it was this guy. He sent this car and was like, why would people waste resources like that? What is wrong with it? Oh, the ancients were horrible.
Maybe 2018. What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Too many things, kiddo.
Good shit.
So many things. All right, now we'll go into the news stories. Now that we've solved that issue. I don't know what sound that was. That was like a stop or a go or a yeah.
I said yeah.
Okay.
Fucking CSI, dog. CSI Miami, brother.
Let's fill that knowledge hole. With Kaz and Carlin's news bag.
Boom, baby. It's very short and sweet. I don't know why I thought there was more.
Kitty cat.
All right. All right, I'm gonna start us off this week.
I love it.
As many people have gone and done, they went and watched the Black Panther movie, so now everybody feels cool, I
woke.
guess. Except for the people of Wakanda, Illinois, because they are annoyed with all the calls and letters and Twitter messages they are getting about people asking them where the fucking vibranium is. All right, they're like, leave us the fuck alone. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop calling my house.
So for those that haven't seen it, and for those listening that haven't seen it, Wakanda is the special village where everything's from, but it also shares its what's the name for a word that spelled differently but sounds the same? Yes. There's a village in Illinois that not a village but a town, right? That has the same exact.
Homophone? Is that a thing? Homophone?
How dare you?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, the chat told me I was right.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, it's one of those. But anyways, yeah, that's the story. And I saw this and I was just like, people, please, what are you doing? What are you doing? I get this all the time because there's a San Diego in Texas as well. And
is it really? I didn't know that.
People are like, you from Texas? And I was like, no, the real San Diego, the only one that matters, the one in movies. No one goes to San Diego, Texas. Okay? Please.
I also love that the mayor is just like, one of the things we have constantly been getting is people calling the mayor's office to ask us if we're going to change the spelling to match how Wakanda.
Your town was not heard of prior to this movie. You changed the name and you put up a vibranium fucking park. You put up a Black Panther fucking memorial park.
Oh yeah, they could totally capitalize on this shit.
Oh my god, every hotel, fucking, it's gonna look like Coming to America, like. Please. I mean, I don't. You do what you got to do as a fucking mayor of a small town, man.
At first, I was like, is there a full moon out? Someone called, asked us how we pronounce the village name. And when I told him, he began yelling, Wakanda forever.
Oh, no.
Fandom never ceases to amaze me.
Stop.
I think it's good for the city. Fuck, dude. Fucking embrace it. Embrace it. Then again, I say that as I'm a person who's from San Diego, who we've been in, some shitty movies and some okay movies, but everyone that comes to the city is like dropping Anchorman quotes nonstop, and it gets old after the 10th year, like of that, or like, oh yeah, you guys, the volleyball scene in fucking that one movie with the airplanes. I don't know.
Top Gun.
Top Gun. There it is.
The bromance movie and the high fives all around.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oil everyone up. It's great. Oh yeah. I guess I get tired of it too, so I guess we won't embrace it. Kaz, my dude, I need you to make this happen for my birthday.
Oh shit.
Okay, man.
Fuck.
So
I mean, to do things in the future.
Not necessarily the headline of the story. I don't want you to do, but I need this to somehow, like, I feel like this means I've won life. Because Orange County man, close to my home, got arrested on his 29th birthday at 1 a.m. Is picked up by CHP for riding a horse down the freeway.
What?
A giant white horse down the freeway.
Oh my god.
He was very inebriated to the point that they booked him on driving under the influence, or horsing, I guess, under the influence.
A rider.
I'm pretty sure the old bylaws of conducting a horse are still applicable, but he was drunk, so that was his fault. Otherwise, he could have done it and shoved the man.
Beautiful though, but yeah. That's how you want to spend your 20. It's his 29th birthday. If you're like, I don't know what happened. I think we all partied pretty hard. I got picked up by the cops for riding a horse down a freeway. The horse is safe.
Shit. Now I got to rearrange my story so that these make sense. So I'm gonna continue.
So they make sense. But did I burn one of your stories?
I'm gonna continue. No. So no, these match up now, right?
Oh, I got more drunk stories. We can go down a rabbit hole of drunk stories.
So, a Canadian ski cross racer, his wife and trainer, were arrested during the Olympic Games in Pyeongchang, for getting drunk and stealing a vehicle and then driving it to the Olympic Village.
I mean, you got to get there.
Yep. and because they're Canadian, they would like to apologize for their poor judgment and behavior. They did not mean to get that drunk. And
I'm apologizing in advance because I did not bring Tenky on for the show that has more Canadian references than any other show, because there will be more later. I'm just throwing it out there,
bro. It's the Winter Olympic season. What else are we gonna talk about but Canada?
Okay.
Ain't like USA doing shit.
Just having flashbacks of like the mid 2000s when we got a gold medal taken away from us because of weed in the bloodstream.
That's a performance enhancer.
We can never get away from drama in the winter.
I also love that in his apology, words are not enough to express how sorry I am. I have let my teammates, friends, and family down. Bro, your wife was with you.
You just made a good story for the kids. Okay, that's all. I love these stories of people getting their shit like what was the curling guy that did drugs? Like, it was a husband and wife duo, and like he did some performance enhancing shit, and so they took away his curling medal. Like, did you need the performance enhancing for the curling? First of all,
bro.
Am I stepping on toes here? Am I stepping on curling toes? I'm sorry, I don't know.
I would argue that yes, if it's Adderall.
Just that focus. But then, like, you
gotta stay awake.
But then you gotta look at your wife in the eyes as your teammate and be like, "I'm sorry, you lost your Olympic medal." Like, ugh, it's gonna suck. So speaking of alcohol, though, I'll continue on with our alcohol stories.
Oh yes.
This gentleman, I'm halfway between wanting to think I would cheer for his resolve / bitch, you can't fucking lie. Gentleman, after his fourth driving while intoxicated, is now appealing his current charges, saying that the legal limit discriminates against alcoholics. His point being is that he can handle his liquor more than normal people, which means that 0.08 is discriminatory against the protected group of people who can handle their liquor.
Oh, okay. So wait. So
to be discriminated against, you have to be part of a special group, and so his special group is people who are less intoxicated by drinking heavy amounts of liquor, or people who can handle their shit, as he says.
Yeah. Because the person who they claim in my Canadian athlete story was driving the car was 0.162.
That's double the legal limit. Okay, that's over double the legal limit.
Well, but remember, they were in Korea where it's 0.05.
Okay, so here
holy shit.
I to put that in context, though, that's just a Canadian afternoon.
Okay, as a professional alcoholic here, who, as people have seen plenty of times on this show, I can handle a lot of liquor. I'm not gonna say go drive a fucking car. You're an idiot. I'm just saying. I know.
Yeah, no.
That's out of the question here. That's a dumb thing.
Don't steal pink commerce.
So even that being said, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of like, like 0.08 is like really like my bloodstream gets to that when I fucking stand next to some of the drinks that I have in the some of the craft brew, that's in the kitchen, man. Like you'll get a contact high from handling the bottle. But so 0.08 is a bit much. Like I drink to 0.08 and I'm like I fucking don't even feel it. That being said, I'm still not going to drive. But this motherfucker's trying to argue he's arguing against his most recent DWI, which he was brought in under the alcohol concentration of 0.29.
Dude.
3.5 times the legal limit.
Come on, man.
I've been to 0.22. I don't remember. It was one of those like it was a nice fucking friends what do you test, the blow tester thing, whatever it's called. Breathalyzer. I can't think of words today.
Blow tester.
Blow tester.
Not the same thing.
That's a good job. Put that on your resume, man.
Yeah.
I entered Curly's apartment and was immediately inebriated via osmosis. Yeah, well.
But that being said, like
drunk.
Like I'll argue all day. Like, yo, 0.8 doesn't mean I'm drunk. Like, and even then, like I've had a couple and people be like, oh, you're making silly decisions because you're drunk. And I'm like, no, I'm just dumb. Like this isn't a drunk decision. I'm just bad at making decisions. Yeah, like I'm just like I would have made this same decision. I would have gotten the same fucking predicament if it wasn't for even if it wasn't drunk. But that being said, I'm not gonna try to argue a 0.29. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That when you start getting to the point where the majority of your blood is like, I mean, oh Christ. But yeah, that's what he's going for. Good on him. Good try. Good luck. Godspeed.
A for effort.
I'm really far behind you, but I'm cheering you on.
The fucking I love this. The judge was like, "Yo, you're not being punished for being an alcoholic. You're being punished because you made a decision to get to a vehicle, a 3,000-pound vehicle after drinking. That's your punishment." Yeah. Like, all right. Yes,
I'm down with that.
Whatever.
Like I also, right, as we have proven, and even together, when you put stupid drunks together, they're even stupider. And I am a stupid drunk, and Curly said he's a stupid drunk, and like, it creates stupidity. If I get caught doing something stupid, I'm gonna take my shit. I'm gonna just be like, all right, you know what, hey, Yeah. But I'm gonna also say, look, I'd have done the same shit even if I wasn't. Like it was just funnier. Like
I've told the one story that I got pulled into the drunk tank overnight. Like, and it was this is me drunk is just literally laughter all the fucking time, which is just stupid. But I remember I got out of a bar, which in San Diego a lot of the bars go down under the establishment, so there's stairs going down. So I remember coming out like 11:30. I'm fucking having a good time, and I walk out into the street and I'm like, oh shit, it's night air and everything, and there's a fight happening right in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit, a fight, and I'm laughing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, people running into people and shit, and all of a sudden the cops got me by the arm, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not part of this, and they're like, you're drunk, and I'm like, yeah I am, I'm very drunk, but I'm not part of that. Like, and then it was like, we'll get in the car, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Bad place, wrong time, so
yeah,
I don't fight, I'm not a fighter.
Next time when you think you've had enough, take a last one.
Thanks.
That's the lesson, right?
One for the road.
See, I never know how to pace myself.
What's that mean?
Especially, like, for instance, like I'll go, I'm gonna have a drink, and I'll finish it or whatever. But I have this one friend who, if he has drinks with me, it's a race.
Oh,
and he's like, oh, I finished this. Why haven't you started? And I'm like, because I'm, eating my food. I want to eat. Like, we're getting drinks, but like we're also having dinner. Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm gonna order you another one, so you better finish that one. I'm like,
that's a bro.
Okay. No, he's the best. We finished. We had like the Cornish pasties. Like glorified hot pockets. And then we went across the street to one of his favorite bars, and he bought us all just so many drinks, just like all at once. So it's like you don't really have time to like pace yourself and see how drunk you're going to end up. It's just like by the end of it, it hits you all at once. So the most I've ever, like the drunkest I've ever been are usually stories that involve this same individual where I don't have time to think about it before I'm just drunk.
Pop some waters in there between.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm pretty good at always remembering to drink water. Not him. Well, I mean, he's not good at that.
My best friend from back in the day, my friend Velasco, who I always say my best friend, but I hang out with him once a year or so. He is a pusher, and he's a loving, beautiful individual. But my God, that guy will push you into like. There's been times where it's been like 1 a.m. We're at my house, or 2 a.m, and we're done. And he's like, "All right, one more drink," and I'm like, "Nah." And he's like, "I'm gonna pour you one more drink." I'm like, "Fine, one more drink." And we had up to that point been drinking like mixed drinks, cocktails, whatever. And he'll come back with the biggest cup he can find, and it'll be brimmed to the point where it's bubbling over, and it's just vodka. And he's like, "One more drink, right?" And he's just the mind on that kid, man. And he's like, "Let's
it's
go."
Just malicious compliance.
It's like when we were in Austin, because a couple of my closest friends are former bartenders, so I love going drinking with them because they're picky as hell, and they'll like go and tell the bartender how to make it. And sometimes the bartenders are not cool with it, but sometimes they're really cool with it and be like, "Yeah, tell me how to make it, whatever." So in Austin, they were like super cool about it and had them like step them through like, making a drink. And I don't remember what I think it was. We had Tom Collins's, and they're like really good, and was really into it, and he kept just buying me round after round after round because I was like, "Oh, I'll have like 1 or 2 because they're like pricier at this place in Austin." And I'm like, "Oh, it's fine." And then all of a sudden there's like more in front of me, and he's like, "Oh, it's on me. I want you to keep having a good time." And I'm like, "You're trying to get me fucked up. That's what you're trying to do."
Yeah. See, the knowing how to make a drink thing is something we've talked about very thoroughly on this show. And
we were pretty pretentious for a while.
Yeah, it always boils down to one thing, because I like ordering older style drinks. So like I'll order like a fucking whiskey sour or like a fucking something, and it always boils down to like if I order it, if they go deer in headlights and then like kind of try to walk away and reach for their phone, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop you. Just it's fine, honey. It's fine. You ain't got to make that.
Yeah, right.
Stop Googling under the desk. I can see you. I can see your phone. I can see the light from your phone. You're typing it in.
My friends have been known to just give the bartenders their phone. They'll like be like, here's what I want. Take my phone and make this drink, and then I'll tell you if you made it wrong or not. And like I said, not all bartenders are cool with that, and some of them kind of snobby about it, but more often than not, they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. Like, let me know how you like it and what I can fix." And it's like, I like going to bars with them.
Yeah. I did have one time, one dude, he like, I asked him for something. He walked away, and then he came back with all confidence, and he was like, "All right, man, what's in that?" I was like, "All right, you want to mix a half measure of this, and put a cherry in it?" He's like, "All right, got you. We good. All right, cool."
Well, you're expanding their repertoire. You're also being cool about it. My friend Erica's a bartender down here in El Cajon, and like she's like all the time. Like she took one bartending class and then started working at bars. And so she's like, people walk up and they're like, "I want a blah blah blah." And she's like, "And that is a what?" And okay, like she's like, "Cool, tell me how to make it. I'll make it."
You have to give those guys a chance, though. My dad used to be a bartender as well, and the thing is, there are more new standards every year than any certifications in any programming language that there is. Basically, everybody comes up with a popular name, and suddenly it's the craze. And if you weren't into that group of people, then suddenly you have to learn what the fuck that is. So obviously, if you're the first person, you just happen to be. Hopefully, you know the real recipe, because otherwise, a lot of people are going to suffer for you.
I did also go to like a shitty like not Mexican restaurant a couple weeks ago, and I like I ordered a Manhattan, and the dude was just like, "All right, what kind of liquor you want?" And I was like, this. Nah. I was like, "All right,
cool,
this?
Thanks,
bruh." No, look and then tell me. I was like, all right, yeah, that's better, that one. And he's like, all right, cool. And then he tried to be like, all right, you want olives, you want a lemon twist, you want a lime twist? I was like, oh, this motherfucker's going all out. Okay, bro. I was like, yo, hit me with the fucking lemon twist. He was like, actually, I ain't got lemons. I was like, all right, you're you're disappointment left and right, dude. Like, I'm done with you. He's like, yo, it's a Mexican restaurant. There might be a lime around here somewhere.
He didn't even.
There might be a lime.
He didn't even work there. He was just standing there.
He probably was.
Like, yo, man.
Yeah, what's this over here? I think that's like.
I brought the story to the attention of the room only for one reason. The description of these motherfuckers has to be my favorite thing in the world. It's a simple story. A normal story, happens all the time in every city. 2 people arrested for stealing chickens in Massachusetts. Like you do,
as it normally happens.
Absolutely.
Here is this.
There's been a slew of serial chicken
Are they
thefts.
going to the gallows? Wait, what's happening, dude?
A slew of chicken thefts in Massachusetts.
What's the suspect's profile? Is he wearing a green tunic or what?
Yeah, it's a fucking link. So I'm just gonna set the scene because there's nothing more to the actual story. There really isn't. The guys fucking stole some chicken. But setting the scene, this is 1 a.m. An officer on patrol spots a suspicious vehicle near the farm that's been in question. Guy pulls him over, and these people are like, dead eye. Yeah, we don't know anything about no chickens. Officer looks in the vehicle. There are feathers everywhere. Everywhere. And they are dead eye. I don't know nothing about no chickens, officer. I don't know anything. Officer spots a backpack that is moving. And they still ain't no, I don't know. That's my cousin's backpack. I don't know why it would be moving. That's weird.
Oh my God.
An entire wing of a chicken is sticking out of the backpack. And they're like, I don't know what that is. That couldn't be a chicken. I swear to God. The chickens appeared to be unharmed and were returned to their owner. But my God, I don't know how you stay dead faced. Like, officer, I don't know. I was going the speed limit, and I don't know anything about chickens. When your whole fucking look like you killed a down comforter in the fucking car here. It's great. Beautiful.
Oh man! All right, I got.
They were charged with animal cruelty. Don't worry, guys. It's fine.
Oh yeah, you know.
Can't put a chicken in a backpack.
Do you have what the intents were?
No, actually, no. They were just charged with larceny and animal cruelty. I don't think they ever admitted to the fact that what they were doing.
You know, sometimes you just really want to steal a whole bunch of chickens for no reason. It's just like an urge you get. You know how it goes.
Fuck. Now I want to use a different story that would connect to that story.
You don't need to monologue it, Kaz. That can all be in your head.
Would you happen to have a story about a pig that was adopted off a shelter in Canada?
No, we're not covering that story. I'm not pulling the tragedy lever.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm going to stick to this one I had in here. I'm going to stick to this one I had in here. All right. So as we know, China is a very strict culture.
I don't know that.
And okay. Well, China is a very strict culture currently. Now you know. And they've been cracking down on their citizens more and more and more. And in the latest set of crackdowns, they are now putting a crackdown on funeral strippers. No more funeral strippers. All right? No more. There's no more of this. We shall not have it.
What's the point of dying? You can't have funeral strippers.
I mean, I'm a guy, and there's a lot of people like this that want, I want my funeral if they're gonna do a thing, at least have a party, right? Like, enjoy yourselves. I don't want no mourning bullshit. I passed or whatever the fuck happened. Who cares? If you're gonna do something, fucking throw a party, have a good time. And if I can facilitate that by pre-ordering some strippers, I'm gonna do it. Why is that a problem? It's all above board.
Allegedly, this is a practice. A lot of
how did this start happening in China? Like, why is this thing? I feel like in China, like this would have already been locked down. Like they're not able to. This is the same place where they had to ban World of Warcraft because the bones on the skeleton character were showing. Like, they had to put skin on the skeleton character. The undead characters couldn't show bone on their legs because it's just a rule in China. Some kind of sacrilegious fucking Jesus thing. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, so Chinese authorities are cracking down on the practice of hiring strippers as funeral entertainment, a technique that some rural families use to increase the turnout at a loved one's final farewell.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? They're going to go from strippers to DJs at this point.
And piñatas. I'll go to a party. Nice piñata. Great. I only have 2 final stories just to close it out because I don't want to not cover either of these.
Well, hey, before you do that,
sorry,
I need you to go to the first picture in this article.
Oh no!
I need you to show it to everyone.
What? I'm scared.
I don't know yet. I'm terrified.
I feel like it's going to be a stripper scene from Altered Carbon on the coffin.
Is it the ABC News Weibo file?
No, use the MSN one. Use the MSN.
I'm on MSN.com.
And then scroll down, and there should be the first picture of the article.
I mean, I'm just seeing this. This is
yeah.
Oh my god.
So. I mean, there's got to be a cultural understanding here. Like, the goal is to get as many people at your passing as possible for your loved one. So then you won the, Martha's not going to come talking shit and a week later be like, oh, you only had 180 people at your husband's funeral.
I thought you were going to say they're going to say that to the dead person.
I mean, we know by the time we die, we're going to have the fucking Tupac holograms of ourselves in front of the fucking tombstones and shit. Like, hey, it's going to be like the Harry Potter fucking photos of just like, that's my Harry Potter.
Yeah.
How is that again?
How many people will have a pre-recorded message or a very edited movie, basically?
I will hide a thumb drive. I will hide a thumb drive with all of my cryptocurrency on my tomb.
I'm putting out everyone's dirt as my final fucking hologram farewell.
You don't have anyone's dirt.
You don't know what I got? I'm like Batman in the Justice League. I know everybody's weakness, dog. Just keeping that shit for myself.
Fantastic. Kaz, our children are being lied to.
Oh, shit.
And you know who's lying to them?
Alex Jones.
Goddamn police.
Oh, well, yeah.
Of York,
been lying to us too.
Of the York Regional Police. God. GTA, the Star, Georgia. Where the fuck is this? I don't know.
Georgia?
I love every local news website just assumes that everyone knows what the fuck they are.
I know, right? Jeez.
This is like a very personal problem I have.
The 4-letter call sign is one that you know.
But this has been going on for a while. These schools out here that have just now noticed that the yearly, I guess, speech or motivational seminar that they have where the police come and talk to the kids may contain some falsified information or some unfact-checked information. Who knew?
Oh, Lord.
Who knew? So it turns out they had to put out a statement that unfortunately, your students were informed that smoking marijuana may cause you to grow breasts. Unbeknownst to anyone. I mean,
what?
It's working.
No.
But yeah, so apparently the portion of the material that was discussed was the portion of the PowerPoint that was labeled "Doobies Make Boobies."
Yeah. Somebody, hold on, time out. If that is not a suggestion
show title
for a show title, I'm blocking you all.
Nigel Cole, who is the
my strip fucking goddamn birthday funeral, not birthday party.
Birthday party.
And, so part of the material that Nigel Cole put out during that thing is that the stat that we're finding 60% of 14-year-old kids are developing boobies when they smoke marijuana. That is, according to the actual police department, they have no idea where he got these numbers from or how long they've been spouting them to children.
Yeah, Jesus, what?
Yeah.
Was he on Reddit? He was on Reddit, wasn't he?
Probably.
I believe it.
Those is Reddit numbers right there, dog.
Also part of the information is any average person that has an average person smoking half a joint is the equivalent of 7 alcoholic beverages.
Are you sure about that?
Half a joint?
These are numbers.
Kind of
They're all in metrics we don't understand at this point.
So you mean
I don't know the conversion rate.
So what
these
you're saying
officers
is
last time they were of. Oh, go ahead.
what you're saying is I've wasted my time drinking alcoholic beverages when in reality I could have just smoked half a joint.
That's 7 fucking top shelf drinks, half a joint. You're gonna be saving money left and right.
Yeah, wasted my whole life.
It doesn't say which. Are we talking top or are we talking bottom shelf? Maybe middle shelf. Which one?
How many Minecrafts in a fortlong, in a fortnight, in a I don't know what the conversion rate between half joint and drinks are.
I think they just got their education from Cheech and Chong.
Oh, fair enough.
Half a joint. Yeah, it was this big.
1-800. Is there a difference? Oh well, yeah. There probably is a difference between a Cas beverage and a Curly beverage.
Yeah, I tend to pour heavy, but that's for me.
I tend to go for look and just pure liquor. Like
nah. Because I'll mix like a vodka with a Zevia, like, and it's just all.
Bro, there's an early version of this show where I poured every liquor that was on my table into a glass.
Oh God!
Like you were doing a single pump of every flavor.
It's a mat shot. You ever seen anyone do a mat shot?
It was a measurement of the eye. That's a whatever.
That
looks like
old college dare is the mat shot. It's you ask the bartender for a mat shot, and that's you take the mat that everything drains into, and you chuck whatever's in it.
That's disgusting.
That's like drinking from this pit bucket.
You don't want to win that. That's the thing. It's a dare that you don't want to.
So I went to this thing a couple of nights ago, right, where it was like this college party thing, and it was $27 all you could drink, right? And as you do, at some point you ask for something, right? And my friend's like, can I get, because like it's 20, whatever you want, right? So it's just like, what am I gonna do? And you're just like, he's like Jack and Coke, and the dude's like, no, you can't do that. He's like, oh, okay. What can I get then? He's like, only rail liquors. So he's like, whiskey and Coke? He's like, all right, yeah, I got you. Like, it's like, motherfucker, just bring me it. He's like, you don't have to fucking make it like weird.
Well, that's the equivalent.
You can't name shit.
You've been to the drive-thru before where there's someone just being a stickler for no reason, where they're like, what do you want to drink? I don't know. Fuck, I just throw a Diet Pepsi on there. We don't have Pepsi. Well, you fucking have Coke. You just give me the goddamn Coke. Like, is that gonna be okay? Yeah, it's fine. It's the brown liquid. Give me the brown fucking liquid. I don't care. Like, I'm probably gonna not drink it anyways, or I'm gonna mix it with booze at some point. Like, God, ridiculous and lovely. But anyways, that's all my stories. Kaz, you good?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. I have one more. Would you eat this? Japanese farmer invent edible banana skin.
I don't like bananas in the first. Don't you show a fucking banana, dude?
Go right through the skin.
Yes. I have a question though. Aren't turned bananas already edible? Because every animal that I see, they eat the whole thing. They don't peel it off like we do.
They just don't taste good, I guess.
Animal or human? I mean, it's all about what your digestive tract can handle. You can eat a lot of things that you probably shouldn't, but.
Okay, after the Tide Pod challenge, let's do the banana challenge.
Please.
There's more chance of people living.
Anyways, they finally worked on this. They figured out how to make bananas with a very thin.
There's a video of a guy that I really like who does like podcasts and stuff, and it's just him eating a banana incorrectly, and it went viral, and it's hilarious. It's like his current claim to fame, and he regrets all of it, but he also accepts it. He's like, I'm the guy that eats bananas weird, and everyone talk to me about bananas and vor, and I'm just like, this poor guy, like, he didn't mean for this to explode the way it did.
You get the audience you deserve. That's the way the world works. Sorry.
I was also the kid that ate the whole sunflower seed. So
I was that
swallowed it down.
No.
You have to chew like hell, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you don't sort of the shell or the innards. You just like, chew the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, because if you don't chew, great comes out.
And Curly, it's Griffin McElroy who did it. The guy who does the Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
My brother, and me. He's the one that ate the banana wrong.
Yeah, the kids in the chat have mentioned that at this point, or at least they've noticed. There's a lot of those guys fans in here that have been trying to get me to watch all that stuff or listen to all this stuff.
Are you talking about Griffin? Yes, the chat. I am talking about Griffin. Mm-hmm. See, they know.
The beautiful thing about that is I love the internet because we do not choose what makes us famous. It just happens to the best of us. My friend Bill Duran, for the longest time before he finally is now working with Adam Savage and shit, he his biggest thing that ever blew up out of all the YouTube video tutorials he's made of making props and whatnot, and all of the produced content he's ever made, he put up a GIF on Albino Black Sheep back in the day where it was clubbing baby seals, and it was baby seals in a club, like with disco dance lights.
Oh, okay.
And I think everyone's seen that at some point in their life, and he was the one who put that up on the internet, and it's his most looked at anything ever. And he's like, I don't know, I don't even know why I try. Like, why do you try? Like, when that's the one thing that fucking makes it. Like, my most watched YouTube video is still a washing machine for 10 seconds. I took a video of a washing machine in Amsterdam when I was very high, and I put it on the internet, and there's nothing funny about it. And for some reason, it has like 50,000 views. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's the content we got to get back to, dude.
Gotta get back on that, right? Yeah. That punished props. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that was all of that's all I had to share. Anyways, we're gonna move into games now.
Oh, yay! It's game time.
Hell yeah!
With Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
Production values here, kids. That's what you get. God damn. For those that don't know how this works, the chat is now in emote only mode, so you don't spoil it. These games are just for fun. I've stolen them halfway from NPR. They're just quiz stuff, general trivia and whatnot. It's just for fun. Emote all you want to try to answer the questions in the chat. For the people that are here on the show, I'll remind you how this works. Your name is your buzzer. So if you want to buzz in, you call it your name, and then I call on you. So I'll say a clue. If you get the answer, you say Snow, Tenky, Kaz, and then I call on you and you answer the thing. It seems easy. People fuck it up all the time. People will say other people's names. People forget their own names. But it's like, do whatever.
I've only had one beer. It should be fine.
So I'm going to start with the one that will make you guys hate me first, the quote-unquote hard game, and then we'll end up with an easy game. And also, once again, I apologize. Did not plan this. Made this game last week. Didn't know Tenky was going to be on. But in this game, I'm going to ask you to speak like a Canadian. Not my words. Not my words. NPR made this quiz. Answers. Okay, the answer of the clue I'm going to give you are going to be the clue that I give you, and then you add "eh" to the end of it. Okay. So, and then it'll make a word that sounds like the other thing in the clue. It'll make sense. Trust me. So, for instance,
do you have an example? Thank you.
I'll ask you the first ones. It's the sound a frog makes when he's playing a popular lawn game. So you take the first part of the clue and then add the Canadian A to it, and then you get the word that is the final part of the clue.
Do you have a concise example or something?
You'll get it once I say the answer. Just
Snow.
Snow.
Oh,
It's croquet.
Yeah. So the sound a frog makes when he's playing a popular lawn game.
oh,
So croak
okay.
A. I told you this is going to be a hard one. We got plenty of them.
I went with ribbit, dog. Like, come on.
Ribbit, and I was like,
Yeah,
ribbit, and I was like, oh, I get it.
So the way these usually work is you either part of the clue you can get and then kind of work your way backwards or figure out the math. You do it.
Look, I'm gonna let you know
Massive
since you're new
grammar.
here, Snow, is like my brain is slow. I got stuck on ribbit, okay? So that's how I work.
Stuck.
And I'll be stuck on ribbit for the rest of my I'm gonna be like ribeye.
So
Ribbit.
Yeah, that's one game that is very famous.
next clue.
Ribbit.
My muscles got
Ribbit.
super pumped after I stopped going to those all-you-can-eat restaurants.
Oh, Kaz.
Buffet.
Buffet.
They work when you get them, and they get harder.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
I know about
Right.
gyms.
Does anyone know where Mogadishu is?
What'd you say to me? Did you
Cool.
say Moesha?
We're gonna skip
talking
that.
about
We're
Moesha again?
gonna skip that one then.
O to the O to the E to the.
She wanted to play an R-rated version of a board game about world domination.
Kaz.
Thank you.
Kaz.
Risque.
Risque. Wow, you're getting them faster than I thought you would. Look at this. Kaz
Hey,
got one.
Fucking give me the gym or give me sex, you know? I mean,
Well done. I can never get enough of those eels.
what?
I can never get enough of those eels. It'll make sense when you hear it. It'll make sense when you hear it. Told you you're gonna hate me on this one. My favorite thing to do. I love being on this side of the quiz.
Obviously.
Can't never get enough of those eels. More A? Oh, bump a bump dump bump. Boop.
I hate it. I hate it.
Cat's still trying to work out ribbit. Mr. Miyagi didn't want my paper money. He just wanted all of my spare change. Kaz.
Cachet?
No.
That would be for an artist. I'm out. I don't know.
Sense A.
Oh my god.
These are turning into dad jokes. Jesus Christ.
Yes. This is exactly what it is.
Fuck.
I'm gonna leave now.
The French artist who painted the gardens at Giverny made me go on. Tenky. Monet. Yeah, you can get the answer with one of them, but the thing was going to make me explain with the explanation of pleasure. Yeah, no.
But you can finish the question if you want.
No, it's fine. No, it's cool. Whatever. If you dipped this tubular pasta in squid ink, you can use it as a writing implement. So easy.
The amount of tubular pasta that I know is limited.
Chimera's losing his poor shit. Penne.
I'm dumb. Okay, cool. I got stuck on not that. So.
Stuck on macaroni and cheese. Everyone was hungry.
I got to elbow noodles. I got to elbow noodles and my brain stopped. Elbows are...
It was something cannelloni and stuff
like
that.
I was gonna blurt out LA, dog.
You can all breathe now. That's the end of that part of the game. We'll do the other game now. This one's a lot easier just because it gives you the letters. This is a game called Load of BS. The answer to this game will be people, places, or things that have the initials BS. Very simple. So, your first clue is if the singer had won an Oscar for her performance in Funny Girl. Musical fans. No one here likes music.
I don't know shit about musicals, dog.
I didn't make the quiz halfway. Kind of made it. Snow.
I'm just gonna go with the first person whose name I thought of is Barbara Streisand.
Boom, baby. Correct. Look at that.
Because I was just like BS, and she's a singer, so I don't know shit about Funny Girl or whatever you said.
Ouch.
That hurts more than we can imagine.
Well, we're done with this show, everyone.
Musical.
Have a great evening.
I'm just dumb, okay?
This legendary rocker from New Jersey was born in the USA.
Tenky.
Born in the Tenky.
Bruce Springsteen. Or, I'm sorry, Boss Springsteen.
That'll do. This is a good place to get a haircut or hear a singing quartet.
Kaz.
Tenky.
Barbershop.
As soon as you said your name, it clicked in my head. I was like, damn it.
The first thing that popped into my head, because you said, place to get a great cut. I was like, great clips. I was like, no. I was like,
one of these days, Kaz, I'm going to get you to fucking do these quizzes, and I'm going to be on the other side, and I'm going to fucking see what I can do.
I've done them. There's a whole thing on our
We have
YouTube.
Sadie Hawkins fucking DKGWELP, where Kaz asks the questions. Is the party held for an expectant mother?
Snow.
Oh.
Baby shower.
Boom, baby. Hate that term, but yes.
Yeah, me too. It's weird.
It's very awkward. I'm like, what are they doing to that? This rock is part of an Irish castle, and you kiss it to obtain the gift of eloquence.
Snow. Blarney Stone.
Boom. Coming back.
I fucking blanked.
And your final clue: when something is easy, you emphasize the point by saying it's not this.
Kaz. Not hard.
Not even a B or an S. I wanted.
Oh shit, bro.
Tenky.
Tenky.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Baby steps.
No, it's not this.
Oh, okay.
Something is easy. You say, hey, at least it's not brain surgery.
What?
My brain said rocket science like 4 times.
Rocket science.
Yeah, no, it's rocket surgery is what I'm familiar with.
Okay, all right.
It's like rocket science, then just stalled out, and I was like, "Cool, I guess I'm done here."
Well, the fact that I take half of these questions from NPR, I can, if they're good, I can hide and say that they're mine, and if they're bad, I can say that's NPR's fault. So sweet. And that, my friends, is the quiz game. You can now take this show off of emote only, and we're gonna move on to emails.
Time for some cocktail-infused communications.
dkgWELP.
Email.
Now!
Rocket surgery, says Nix. Well, you're all on the same page. I guess you all win. It's rocket surgery, okay?
I mean, brain surgery.
That one was
nowadays,
RS.
I'm talking about you could do it with a drone. So it's easy.
Rocket.
We have emails. We're gonna just take them in order. Our first one is from the one, the only Steve Negretti. Regretting Negretti.
Steve, what does he want?
He sent this to probably the only email you'll get at dkgtv.com.
It ain't lying if it's the truth. You know what I mean?
For real.
Feel free to ask any and all or none of these questions to everyone. One, is there? We'll just do it lightning round style around the horn. If you guys have an answer, go ahead and do it. Is there a particular game coming out in the future that you're particularly excited to play?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Cyberpunk 2017, the 2070, whatever.
I think SteamWorld Heist is getting a sequel, so I'm excited for that. Or not SteamWorld Heist, SteamWorld Dig.
I think I saw someone playing SteamWorld Dig 2. I think it's actually already out. But it's cool. That sounds fun. I'm going to probably be streaming that Kingdom Deliverance game on Cass's recommendation.
Fuck yeah, Doc.
It looks dumb, but it's kind of fun. I opened it up. I did a little bit of the intro. It's got some voice acting that's pretty good. See how it goes.
Be careful. There's some bugs.
there's some bugs.
There's some bugs in there.
SteamWorld Heist is
You might lose your save.
I'm dumb. I said that earlier.
Second
the first
question.
one you said, not the second one you said.
Are you in favor of books being made into movies?
It depends, I guess.
It all depends on the screenwriter and the director, right? You can take something and ruin it, like, just not make it even feel like the fun of the thing, or it always goes like kind of one of three ways, right? You either fuck it up, you go too close to the content that like people who have read the source material are just like, oh, this is exactly what I read, or you try to make it your own thing, and then that has its good or bads. So to me, it always depends on the people doing it.
My dad always says when you make something like that, you either have to make it exactly like the source material, like down to the last detail, or you have to completely make it your own thing and try not to do the source material. Because if you end somewhere in the middle is when people get mad.
I'll go with it depends on the book. The best example that comes to mind is Fight Club, where it's a 5-hour read at most, and it's very short, so it's easy to condense in a movie. But not only that, the author himself is just like, oh my god, you just bypassed a whole thing of my book by making it way more simple. How the fuck did I not think about it? So when it becomes a collaboration, it's cool. If it's just somebody buying the rights, fuck it.
I talk about this all the time here in a different aspect of books and movies, but genre jumping wise is because we work with games on this channel a lot, and I try my hardest because there's not very many, but I love and will glom onto a game that will showcase gaming as the best way for that story to be told as a genre, and it's few and far between, because a lot of the times a game is just a story that is told in the gaming world that definitely probably could be more fleshed out in a book or a movie. And so it's kind of hard for me to call that like a really great game when it doesn't really do anything for the genre of gaming in general. So I think the same thing applies.
Yeah, Ladder Simulator 2016.
Well, there's certain games that really there's no way to showcase and share the experience of what the artist was trying to show you without it being in the format of gaming with the controller in your hand and playing it itself. And so the same thing I think applies to movies and books, is that there are certain things that just that may have come out as a book first but can just be better told in a movie format, or vice versa. And so it's just going to fall along those lines for me. I think you're right, though, is you really got to worry about who you're going to piss off. But I guess you don't really, like, you're not going to make everyone happy no matter what.
you could end up with like kind of the last few like kind of cool comic book movies we had, or you could end up with like Michael Bay Transformers, and you're just
yes, that's a great example.
You're like, all right, where like he made it his own thing, right? But it's hot street garbage. You know what I mean? Like it's just hot street garbage.
Well, it was already told well in its own format, or it just was done poorly, or whatever, which happens.
Yeah.
I admit 100 times a day, the Transformers cartoon is nothing but a giant commercial to get you to buy toys. But goddamn, if it isn't like still get you to come watch every week, and see the fucking adventures of these robots.
But Kaz, the new Transformers movies are a giant ad for GM, so it's still the same thing, right?
No, because
you're still being motivated to buy toys 20 years later.
You know what fucking advertisement has still made me want to buy one singular car? Initial D, dog. I still want a fucking Panda Torino, and fucking I'm gonna fucking go slide around a corner and kill myself. Because that
escalated.
Fucking anime.
Escalated quickly. Jeez.
I'm gonna try to turn a corner. If you get that car, you're like, I'm gonna go drift. Oh no, like right. Yeah. I don't have those years of skill.
The car don't make the man. That's right. You're not gonna be able to say, oh, I could drift.
You gotta learn that real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to turn the wheels even. I don't even know where to go. Like the most drifting I've ever done is in Mario Kart. Okay, so you get me out there on the road, and I'm trying to jump into my turns and shit. I'm like, is the smoke turning colors?
Fucking you buy that fucking 9.6 Torino, you fucking get a CD player installed because it still comes with a tape deck. You fucking in the 90s and you try to turn a corner and then fucking your evening news.
You made one crucial mistake though.
You lived your dream for a moment.
You might as well.
You don't change the tape deck because you need to use it as an auxiliary connection to your phone.
Yeah, but then it's gonna skip when you try to fucking You got to use a CD. You can't. No, you can't. You can't use your phone. You're ruining it. You're ruining the experience.
This has been
ruining the goddamn experience.
You're in Kaz's mind palace right now, and you need to be careful not to knock anything over, please. Our next email is from Fanakari Fun, favorite of the channel, in the chat right now. Sent an email to dkgcons@dkgtv. Looks to be a poem. I'm going to read it real quick. There once was a shelf from IKEA that had such a brilliant idea. One day it faltered, Curly's hand was altered, and he saved a TV like he's from Korea. There once was a DKG podcast whose hosts just want to go fast. Unlike Sonic and Tails, they oftentimes fail, but their friends won't let them stay in the past. There once was a crazy writer whose idea just got higher. Invert 69 and you'll be prime for a new story soon to be sired. Well, thank you very much, Fanakari. I mean,
there is some stretch in there.
Maybe on the reader. I don't necessarily know how to read so good.
There was probably a problem with delivery, but
yeah.
I now want audiobooks read by Curly.
I've contemplated doing it.
As he walked through the door, skull script. I'm gonna call him Scranit from now on, y'all. Just so you know.
So
Scranit.
I don't think I mentioned this, but we just did the whole a whole month of visual novels only on my channel.
Yeah.
And while that was a blast, I definitely learned a lot about my ability to read. There is a between this many drinks and this many drinks where I'm able to sight ahead and just keep on reading aloud, and it's fine. But if I'm like not drinking enough, I'm thinking too quickly, and if I'm too drunk, I'm just like, those are words. Those are a lot of words.
Phonetically reading out NSYNC and then not getting it.
Because you'll see end of nights on my channel where I was like, okay, and I was just reading it in my head, and I was like, don't care, dumb dialogue, dumb. I was like, that's what happens when I start reading. Thank you, Fanakari. That was a beautiful poem. Our last and final email comes from, I don't want to read your full name. I think, I think it's Kidney. Okay, sorry. All of it's personal information. I don't know why. This was emailed to chuckleheads@dkgtv.com. Subject bros. Just wanted you to know you make Sundays awesome. Have an awesome everything, kid. There you go. That's a good way to fucking have a final email. Thank you for your kind words. You're beautiful. At this point, guys, we're done with the podcast. Snow, Tenky, anything to share? You want to pimp something you're doing? Something you want to point eyeballs at that I can put in show links or any projects?
I don't have a social media presence that's actually active, so just be my friend and I'll be hanging out in the Discord.
Just play Overwatch with me and Tenky.
I'm on Facebook, so I mean, anyone who wants to go check out my Facebook stuff. I'm also like on Instagram and Tumblr and stuff, but Facebook's my most consistent one that I'm always updating and working shit through. So
yeah, I'm trying to work on the Facebook thing because it's pretty good when you do artistic stuff, but I'm just like, man, Instagram's so easy. Easy.
It's so funny because all of my friends who are cosplayers as well all do the Instagram thing, and I'm so new to Instagram that I constantly forget that I have one. So like 90% of my photos and stories and videos are all on Facebook, and I'm like, probably transfer those to Instagram at some point.
Do you mind if I link your Snow Habit cosplay thing?
Not at all. I'd appreciate it, actually.
Yeah. I'll put that in the show notes as well because that's just showcases a lot of your fucking amazing shit, which I find awesome as shit.
Thank you.
Like I also completely kind of forgot, but like Kaz kind of does. I mean, hobby, but wants to be professional, like photography for cosplaying shit at conventions and stuff.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you probably have fucking bumped elbows in random fucking places and shit. Because I think every time I look at your shit, Snow, you're always like, I'm at this con and I'm at this con, and I'm like, I've never heard of those cons.
I mean, I'm starting to travel a lot more recently. Like I went to Sacramento, which I've never done before, and I went to Austin last year, which I've never done before, but I'm hoping to do again this year. And I'll be in Tucson this weekend for Wild Wild West Con, which is one of the best conventions ever.
Sweet.
Does it relate to Will Smith and his movie from the 90s?
No.
I'm literally always singing the song from it because of that.
Nice.
It's called Wild Wild West Con. It's a giant steampunk convention, and it's one of the biggest in the U.S. I think is like their claim to fame, like one of the biggest steampunk conventions in the U.S. And it's in Old Tucson Studios, which is an old Western town where they like filmed famous movies and stuff. So
Nice.
It's like an old outdoor Western theme park where it's a steampunk convention. It's like, how much more immersive can you get?
And there's ghosts.
Pretty cool.
There's ghosts. Sweet. Well, thank you both for being on the show. We've done it, everyone. We did a podcast.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so happy you came on. It was a blast getting to know you more,
Fun.
and we'll do more stuff if you hang out, and I'm sure at conventions and whatnot. So
Yeah, I'm always around.
trying to get you to stream on Twitch at some point or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I need to set that up.
You also probably need more than a phone and stuff. I don't know what your equipment is like.
Oh, I do have more than just a phone, mostly because my brother and sister have a lot of stuff that we all kind of share. I'm just always out and about. That's why I'm always on my phone.
Cool. We'll talk sometime soon.
Yeah, don't shame people, dude.
I was equipment shaming. I was saying. No, that's horrible.
No, that's what we do.
Hey,
Like, hey, oh yeah, you're a great person. Oh, you're a good friend. Oh yeah. No, you're creative. You should do these things. Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about is that your keyboard? God, you're disgusting. You're like, wait, what? I thought you liked me.
Are you hardware shaming?
That's what me and Curly do. That's how we met Jamie. We were just like, oh, Jamie, you're so awesome. Oh, you should stream. Oh, is that what you're using? You're using a microwave? Okay, no, stop.
Yeah, you can't talk into that microwave.
Don't do that no
honey. I mean, I hope. Like, I was all excited to go to Sam's once. We were gonna do like a recording from his house, and he has like he doesn't have a mixer. He's just like an audio interface, and I'm like, how do you live? How do you live the way that you live in your?
How do you live?
How do you live like this? And I'm like, where do I plug in my mic? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now.
We were doing a stream at my friend Michaela's house, and she had me over because she was playing She was playing Hive Swap, and she wanted me to do voices for all the different characters. She's like, oh, I just want you to watch me play and voice act for the characters, and it'll be fun. I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, I don't really have a mic set up, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. And I'm like, okay. Like,
I'll just
First red
yell.
flag?
I'll yell into your mic.
That's when you call me and Curly. Curly will show up with the cables and the microphones. I'll show up with lights and cameras. I'm like, all right, we're gonna put a fucking camera there. Are you tied into this lamp being here? Because that's going out. Like we need to put a camera there. I got a pole.
You sound how we've done conventions before, and I come out and I'm like, hey, this is my bag and the luggage, and they're like, why are you opening it? Like we're not going to go out, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna set up the equipment, and I'm just like laptop, mixer board, fucking compressor, couple monitors, computer, let's go. Like, where's the internet?
Like whose bed was this? Because this is getting moved into the hallway. This is where we're putting the fucking desk.
Bed was this?
No one's sleeping. All right, anyways, you guys have a great time. Kaz, you're always lovely as fuck. This will be up on iTunes. Please rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you can do. Also on all the other podcatchers in the world. Google Play Store, Google Banana Feeder, Chimichanga's podcast Bonanza. You guys have a great time. I love all of you. But yeah, I think I forgot to put last week's episode up on the internet.
God damn.
Well done. Just now realizing why I thought this was episode 80. Okay, yeah.
You killed him.